For centuries, they were legends, whispers in ancient texts, shadows beneath the earth. Cities, once alive with laughter, markets, temples, and kings, swallowed by time. Not destroyed, not erased, but buried. And now, they are coming back. Across deserts, jungles, oceans, and melting ice, something impossible is happening. Stone walls are breaking through sand. Staircases are emerging from forests. Entire streets are appearing where no one believed civilization ever existed. Some were lost to earthquakes, others to rising seas. Some were deliberately hidden, as if someone wanted them forgotten. For generations, historians dismissed the stories as myth, until satellites started detecting perfect geometric shapes beneath the ground, until storms stripped away layers of earth, until archaeologists uncovered doors, still sealed, doors that had not been opened in thousands of years, each discovery rewriting what we thought humanity was capable of. Civilizations older than history books, more advanced than we imagined. And the deeper scientists dig, the stranger it becomes. Because many of these cities were buried suddenly, violently, as if something catastrophic struck the planet. Not slowly, not naturally. Something wiped them out, and whatever did it may not be finished yet. But the most terrifying part? These cities aren't just being found. They're resurfacing on their own, and what they reveal next will change everything. It started quietly. A drought in one region revealed stone roads beneath a dried riverbed. A hurricane peeled back soil to expose ancient foundations. Melting glaciers uncovered perfectly carved structures in places humans supposedly never lived. At first, researchers thought they were isolated ruins. They were wrong. Satellite scans soon showed massive urban networks stretching for miles underground. Grids of streets, plazas, canals, pyramids. Entire civilizations hidden beneath modern landscapes. In some locations, explorers descended into chambers where air had not moved for millennia. Torches revealed murals of star maps, more accurate than ancient technology should allow. Skeletons lying exactly where they fell. No signs of war, no slow decay, just sudden abandonment. Ancient writings began matching the discoveries. Stories of the earth swallowing cities, of fire from the sky, of floods rising in a single night. Even more chilling, different cultures across the world described the same events. Same time periods, same disasters. Some cities were buried under meters of mud, as if oceans had rushed across land. Others beneath melted stone, suggesting extreme heat. Geologists confirmed something shocking. Many were destroyed simultaneously, not over centuries, but in what appears to be a global catastrophe, and buried so fast nature had no time to reclaim them, almost as if the planet itself tried to hide the evidence. But now, the evidence is breaking free, and what it points to is far bigger than lost civilizations. It points to a forgotten chapter of Earth's history, one we were never meant to remember. Mainstream science offers explanations. Massive floods, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, climate shifts, known as natural cycles. But there's a problem. None of these should have buried cities across multiple continents at nearly the same time. Some ruins show signs of extreme pressure, like shock waves. Others contain melted stone requiring temperatures hotter than lava. Scientists quietly admit something doesn't add up. So alternative theories emerge. A massive asteroid impact, larger than the one that killed the dinosaurs. Enough to trigger global fires, mega tsunamis, and sudden burial. But no confirmed crater matches the destruction. Another theory suggests a forgotten advanced civilization collapsed in a planetary disaster. One capable of massive architecture, lost before recorded history. And then the most controversial idea of all. That Earth undergoes periodic global resets. Civilizations rise, reach incredible heights, then vanish in sudden cataclysms, wiped clean, leaving only buried remnants behind. Some researchers even point to solar superstorms capable of frying continents and igniting oceans, events modern civilization would not survive. And ancient texts warn, they will come again. Yet despite all evidence, no single theory explains everything. The precision of the structures, the sudden burial, the worldwide timing. It's as if something unknown struck the planet, something beyond our current understanding. And if it happened once, could it happen again? Because the cities are returning, and they may be resurfacing to warn us. These discoveries have already rewritten human history. Civilizations now date back thousands of years earlier than once believed. Urban planning more advanced than expected. Astronomy knowledge far beyond primitive tools. We were never as early as we thought. Something came before us. Something sophisticated. And something was lost. Governments quietly fund massive underground scans. Scientists race to document sites before erosion destroys them again. Historians scramble to adjust timelines. But the more we uncover, the more disturbing the pattern becomes. Almost every buried city shows signs of sudden catastrophe. Almost every culture recorded a great destruction. Flood myths, firestorms, darkened skies, all pointing to a forgotten global disaster. And now climate shifts, seismic activity, and cosmic threats are increasing once again, which raises a terrifying question. Are we approaching another cycle? Were those ancient people as advanced as us, confident their world was permanent? Until it wasn't. Perhaps the cities aren't just resurfacing by chance. Perhaps the earth is revealing its memory, a warning carved in stone. That civilizations fall faster than they rise. That history doesn't move forward. It resets. And if humanity ignores what these buried cities are trying to tell us, we may soon become just another lost civilization, waiting beneath the ground, for some future species to uncover. As technology advanced, the discoveries accelerated at an alarming pace. Ground-penetrating radar began revealing massive structures far beyond the small ruins first uncovered. Artificial intelligence stitched together underground maps, exposing entire cities still trapped beneath layers of soil, sand, and stone. What once appeared as isolated remnants suddenly formed organized civilizations, stretching across valleys, coastlines, and ancient river systems. The layouts were disturbingly precise. Straight roads aligned with celestial events, temples positioned to track solstices and eclipses. Water systems engineered with knowledge rivaling modern hydrology. These were not primitive societies. They were highly advanced cultures that understood astronomy, architecture, and urban planning in ways historians never expected. Even more shocking were the repeating symbols found across continents. Carvings discovered in buried cities in South America matched markings in ruins beneath Asia and Africa. Different cultures, same patterns, same warnings. Many depicted massive waves swallowing land, fire falling from the sky, darkness covering the world. Scientists struggled to explain how civilizations separated by oceans shared identical catastrophic imagery. Trade routes that ancient could never cross? Or a global event so devastating that every surviving culture recorded it? Carbon dating confirmed the unthinkable. Multiple cities were buried within the same narrow time window, not centuries apart, but possibly within decades. Some researchers began whispering about a forgotten age of human history, one erased by disaster and rebuilt from the ashes, a chapter so devastating it fractured collective memory itself. And then came the most chilling realization. Several buried cities showed evidence of reconstruction attempts after the catastrophe. People tried to rebuild, tried to survive, tried to warn future generations, but something struck again. Because above the rebuilt layers, another destruction followed. History hadn't ended once, it had repeated. Civilization rose, collapsed, rose again, like waves crashing endlessly against the shore of time, which led researchers to ask the question no one wanted to confront. What if humanity isn't progressing forward? What if we are simply the latest cycle in a much older story of rise and annihilation? And if every advanced civilization before us eventually faced extinction, how long do we truly have left? Today, the buried cities continue to surface faster than ever before. Extreme weather strips away soil. Earthquakes crack open ancient chambers. Oceans retreat and reveal drowned streets once filled with life. Each discovery feels less like coincidence and more like a countdown. Some scientists believe natural climate cycles are accelerating toward another catastrophic shift. Others track near-Earth asteroids passing dangerously close each year. Solar researchers warn of massive superstorms capable of collapsing global infrastructure in minutes. Threats ancient civilizations could not stop, and ones we may still be unprepared for. The terrifying part is how familiar these dangers sound. Floods, firestorms, darkened skies, global collapse. Exactly what the ancient carvings warned about. What if the buried cities are not just archaeological wonders? What if they are messages left behind by survivors of previous resets? Stone was chosen because it lasts, because memory does not. Civilizations forget. History rewrites itself. But the Earth remembers everything. Perhaps the planet is slowly revealing its scars so we can finally see the truth. That technological progress does not make a species immortal. That knowledge can vanish overnight. That societies can fall faster than they rise. We look at these ruins as relics of a primitive past, but they may have once looked exactly like us. Confident, advanced, certain their world would last forever, until it didn't. The resurfacing cities force humanity to confront a disturbing possibility. We are not the first great civilization on Earth, and we may not be the last. History may not be a straight line of progress. It may be a repeating loop of creation and destruction, and every cycle believes it is different, until the reset comes. The ancient world tried to warn the future, through monuments, through myths, through cities buried deep enough to survive time itself. Now those warnings are emerging once again, not buried anymore, not silent anymore, waiting for us to finally listen. Because the greatest mystery isn't what destroyed the ancient world, it's whether we will recognize the signs before we join it beneath the ground.